weeks of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. And it's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Patriots take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. Gets by him at the 25. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
on second down. Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Joe Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Burrow on play action, rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Burrow looking to pass. They'll roll him out right. To Mixon on the check down. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd TD of the game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Bengals 14, Patriots nothing. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
7 at the 20-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run right side with Hunt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Out, 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 out. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, shrugs him off. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 40. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 36-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Patriots nothing.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Working from the gun. Wentz. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st down, Hunt. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch the shift. Hey, hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check nickel, nickel. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Hunt. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
It's just me and you. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From midfield now, Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 33. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This goes out wide for Mixon. Oh, he gets loose right side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Now it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Patriots 7. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
50 seconds to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
Wentz now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
57 to Mike. Watch me, red line 2 on here. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Deuce.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
57.
Now Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Mixon with a first down and more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Take it in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 4 yards remain for second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Wentz to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, but big guys leading the way.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now Burrow. Flushed out right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Here we go. Hey, can.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Patriots 14. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check safety, check safety.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
They'll run with Hunt. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 83 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
On the run, this is Hunt. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's got room. The 20, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Here we go, here we go.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Burrow will throw. He's got a man. It's Burkser, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 2nd and inches, Burrow. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. How good has he been throwing the football, though? Despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Burrow on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. this to make it a two-score game. McPherson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run again with Hunt. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning to get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
It's just me and you. Mike 55.
Now Wentz. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
81.
Back to throw, Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Steps away to his left. And incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here we go with Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here we go. Ready?
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bengals, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on